what's up, y'all? First off, I want to apologize if you watched that video from earlier when I bought the Mercedes-Benz fragrances. Uh, I didn't know that the video quality was shit, and one of the subscribers um, let me know. So if you can hear it, I'm gonna just leave it like it is. I know that's not a good look, but it is what it is. I don't want to remake the video because I don't have the product anymore. Um, to update the Riviera fragrance by English Laundry that I had on earlier today, um, I said in the video I got one compliment. I actually got three. Um, I got one at lunchtime, which was about 12:30ish for me. I got one actually before that when we were coming back from. I had to go to the next town over to do some waxing of a clinic. Me and one of my coworkers. So when we were walking back in the building, he was getting ready to leave, and I was going to lunch. I had sprayed a couple of sprays on, and we were walking next to each other, and he was like, did you spray on some cologne because you didn't smell like that when we were at the place? And I laughed and said, yeah. So that was my second compliment. And then my third one was when I got home from my day job. I walked in, and my son was sitting in there watching TV, and he said, you smell good, whatever you got on. And he usually doesn't like any of my fragrances. I mean, he has his pick. Now, his favorite right now is the Beverly Hills Polo Club. Which one is it? Ignite. He likes Ignite. So I let him have it. I'm not really a big fan of Beverly Hills Polo Club. I know I traded somebody. Well, I did trade for two fragrances, and they sent me those two also. So I got four. But not really a big fan of it. They smell nice. They're okay. Nothing that I'm going to just keep reaching for over and over and over. In which, matter of fact, I haven't worn any of them yet. What else? Those Mercedes-Benz fragrances. If you guys see those anywhere, those little mini bottles, and they're above $15, don't buy them. I don't think they're worth the purchase because those bottles were literally like this big, like for real. And for a 7 milliliter bottle, for four of them, I think I paid $26 and some change after tax because they were $24.99. I don't think it was worth it. I had another subscriber tell me a few minutes ago that he actually paid $30 for his, which was way too much. So I'd actually rather just see if I could find them online. Now I know the Mercedes-Benz cologne, the one in the blue box, is the one that's considered to be a close clone of or smells similar to Dior cologne. Is hard to find. I think it's discontinued. I'm not sure, but it's very hard to find, and the prices are being inflated on those also. So if you can get your hands on them, please do so. If anybody can assist your boy on how to find one, let me know also. What else do I want to talk about? This is pretty much one of those blah videos where I just blah, 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 just talk, so. I had something I wanted to talk about earlier, and I can't remember what it was. It's not really that important. I think it was basically on the same thing I was talking about yesterday about how people get too far in their feelings when it comes to fragrances. I just still don't understand sometimes why it's such a big deal to people. Um, these channels are supposed to be informative and, for me, fun at the same time. If your channel is boring, you're not really talking about anything worth sitting and wasting, 5 to 10, 15, 20 minutes of my time. I'm just going to unsubscribe or just not watch your videos. But there's no need to jump in people's comment sections and, say blasphemous stuff and get upset if somebody voices their opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. We go on here all the time and I might say, okay, I think English Laundry Riviera is a very nice fragrance. I think it's worth, for a 100 ml bottle, I think it's worth $15, $20. Well, the next person might say, well, I didn't like it. I don't think it's worth $5. Well, that's cool. That's his opinion, and I'm not going to get upset about it because I know not everybody is going to like everything. Of course, English Laundry may smell synthetic and generic, and as much as I hate those words, I hate them with a passion because I think those are two words that actually can deter people from buying a fragrance. I would much rather somebody make their own choice or take my advice, but not be persuaded per se by saying words like that. Those are very strong words. But I don't know, man. It's just, the fragrance game. I see why most of the OGs in the game get kind of burnt out and fed up with the fragrance community and, want to step back or get away from certain things because, because people are very finicky when it comes to certain stuff. I've even seen people get mad. Like, I don't eat a lot of seafood, personally. Try to scoot back a little bit. So, personally, I don't eat a lot of seafood. I like fish. I eat fried shrimp on occasions, but they have to be fried a little bit longer because I had an issue one time. It's just the texture on the inside of the shrimp. I don't eat crabs, conch, lobster, oyster, scallops. I don't eat none of that stuff. And I mention it around people, and people will be like, oh my God, where are you from? What planet are you from? Like, I'm from Earth. Same planet that you're from. I just have a preference in what I eat. I didn't grow up, I grew up in Alabama, hence the tattoos on my arm, Bama boy. And I have also the Alabama football team or basketball team logo, the elephant on my side right here, on my stomach. So I grew up in Alabama. I grew up in the woods. In Trey sense, you know what it's like. You live in Alabama. And anybody else who is a subscriber who sees this video, if you're in Alabama or around that area, you know how it is. It's densely wooded. We don't have a lot of like oceans and stuff like that in the areas where I'm from. We have a lot of streams, rivers, ponds, stuff like that. And I did a lot of fishing, a lot of hunting when I was younger. But I didn't grow up around crabs and, when we had cookouts, it was more like ribs, hot dogs, hamburgers, sausage, stuff like that. We killed rabbit, squirrel, deer, turkey, stuff like that, So I didn't grow up around all of that. So when I moved here to Georgia, everything here is more seafood oriented. Everybody likes oysters, shrimp, conch, crab, lobster, stuff like that. I didn't grow up around that stuff. So I'm not gonna force myself to eat it. I tried to eat a little piece of crab one time, and it just the taste and the texture of it made me feel like I wanted to vomit. So I'm not big on it, and it is what it is. But for people to keep saying that, where are you from? What planet do you live on? Just because I don't eat certain stuff, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff you don't eat that I eat. But that's not for me to judge. You know what I'm saying? That's just your preference. Same thing with cologne. I don't think that people should be so judgmental or so offensive when it comes to other people's opinion. If I say I don't like Creed Aventus because of the price point, that's my preference. I can't afford it. That's one of my reasons why. If I could afford it, I wouldn't even say that. I would just go out and buy it. But I'm not going to buy it, and I know I really can't afford it. I could take that $200, $300, $400 and pay a bill or a couple of bills, or do something with my kids, instead of going out and buying a bottle of overpriced, I think overpriced, overhyped cologne. That's just my opinion. I was talking to another subscriber, and he does floors also, and he was telling me the story, in which we have similar stories, but he was telling me the story about how when he does floors, people give him a lot of grief and a lot of strife, a lot of kickback, and which I get it too. Like, the emergency department is one of the busiest areas of the hospital. And when you try to cut off half of a hallway to strip or scrub and top coat the floors down there, it becomes a headache for everybody. And I understand that. But for you to come by me every single time you walk past and have some derogatory comment to say to me like, "Oh, you guys are always in the way. You can't block the hallways," and I can do my job. I'm not blocking the whole hallway. You have access to half of this hallway. Let me do my job. I'll be out of your way in a short period of time, because I've gotten pretty persistent when it comes to doing floors. I can cut it in half, strip it down, or scrub and top coat it and be out of the way in no time. But just let me do my job. You don't have to criticize me or critique me every time you walk past me. I've had so many altercations with people coming by saying stuff, and I'm not the type that likes to bite my tongue, so I usually tend to snap back. Hence the video I did the other day when the guy jumped in my inbox with that foolishness. But it's across the board when it comes to fragrances, whether it's food, fragrances, our work jobs. I'm pretty sure, whatever you guys do, you have, people that you run into that are negative or always got something smart to say, or don't like a comment that you make, or thinking that you're being, subjective to something that they said. That's our preference. But I have to learn a little bit of restraint. That's what my problem is. Restraint. If I can learn how to just keep my mouth shut, not comment on every single thing that I see. Like, I see colognes on Facebook fragrance groups, and people post them or ask questions about how's the performance or whatever, or they're in a store and they're about to pick up something, or they're wondering. I think it's also my duty also to let people know, like, the performance on me, and I always let them know on me, it's, it sucked, or it was damn good. The projection was 2 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours, longevity 4, 5, 6 hours, 3 hours, whatever. It has a great smell. It smells bad, whatever. I feel like it's my responsibility also as a reviewer to let people know. But you get certain people who jump in the comment section and they get offended when you say, if somebody asks about, let's just say, I'm tired of using Creed Aventus. Just say I use what can I use? let's say uh, Baccarat Rouge, whatever that is. I've never smelled it, but let's just use that for example. So if somebody posts, I'm thinking about purchasing this. Um, what what do you think about this? What do you guys think about this? And then you got 10 people who might say, it's the bomb, or it's this, that, and the other. And then I'll come in and I'll say, well, it's an okay fragrance. It's not something that I would wear personally. Um, I would maybe wear it to go to the mailbox and check my mail, but that's about it. Somebody will get pissed off and go in the comment section and be like, who is this guy that says whatever, whatever, and I'm looking at the comment like, dude, that's just my opinion. I just said personally speaking, but it's just some sensitive people out there in the world, man, and I really don't want to keep talking about this same subject. I know you guys are tired of hearing about it also, but you guys, I will say this, even to the new subscribers, because I get it all the time, and people say that I seem like a down-to-earth guy. I'm very calm, easygoing. I don't like drama. I don't do all that extra stuff. I just want to go about life, live my life to the fullest, have fun, enjoy doing what I do, whatever the case may be, and meet people and keep it moving. And you guys jump in my comment section and you give me some of the greatest compliments and comments that I couldn't have imagined getting when I started this fragrance journey. I didn't expect it to jump up to be what it is now. I think I'm at 300 and some odd subscribers. Trying to get my way up to 1,000. It's a long, slow process, but we gonna make it. It is what it is. But I appreciate each and every. Let me look into the camera when I say this. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys and girls, or ladies, I should say, women. I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel, because like I said in many other videos, you didn't have to. There are much better people out there who can give you better reviews, who can give you note breakdowns, who can take apart and put back together a fragrance with no problem. That have much better content and much better products than I do. I know I do a lot of cheapies. I do know that my channel is for the cheapies. There is a group of us who do like cheapies, who can't afford all of that higher end stuff. I understand that. That is one reason why I started this channel. Because for me personally, going out and spending over 60, 70, 80 bucks for a fragrance and up, that's just not my thing. Of course, if I had the money to, I'd do it, but I don't. I work 2 jobs. I struggle. I live paycheck to paycheck. I pay child support. It comes out my check. And whenever I have money, I still give my kids out of my pocket. I take them to do stuff. I buy them things. So I don't have a lot of money to go out and buy, those high price fragrances, and I don't have any intention to. Now, if I can find a bottle of Creed Aventus, even if it's just a quarter of a bottle, then yeah, if it's a decent price, I'll purchase it, no problem. But I'm not gonna give anybody $120, $150, or $100 for it, because I don't think it's worth it. Club de Nuit Intense Man for me is the end all be all for me. Even though I have had Pineapple Vintage, I have had, I do own Insurrection Pure 2, and I've had samples of Creed Aventus, the legendary batch, and all that kind of stuff. But Club De Nuit Intense, man, for me is enough. That's close enough for me. I mean, it is harsh to some people. To me, it's not harsh. I like it. I like Lemon Scented Pledge, and people think that that's what it smells like in the opening. Doesn't bother me not one bit. Um, I'd much rather pay $35 for a fragrance versus paying $235 or $400 and something dollars for a fragrance. So that's just my personal opinion, though. But back to what I was saying, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for, taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. I know some people say that my videos help them get through sometimes. It kind of uplifts them a little bit if they're having a bad day or whatever. They just watch one of my videos, and every now and then I do some little funny stuff, or I might say something funny, and it is what it is. But for the most part, I just be who I am. I give y'all the best content I can give, and hopefully you guys enjoy it and you spread the word to your friends. Let people know, co-workers, cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, pastors, deacons, hell, even the mailman. If you see the mailman or mailwoman somewhere, let them know, hey, this guy named Mr. Cheap Sense does great or excellent fragrance reviews on like inexpensive fragrances. You should check him out. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Even in the comment section, let people know. If you're on somebody else's channel and you see, a spot that you can plug your boy in, plug me in. That would be greatly appreciated. It would help make, things a lot better for me also. With that being said, though, I'm about to get up out of here. It is after 9 and I need to be trying to pull trash so I can make my way to the office so I can get the heck out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was much to do about nothing. It is what it is. And Trey Sense did a review of the Real Madrid and I think it was FC Barcelona. I've seen those two fragrances in my case here only in Ross. I haven't seen them anywhere else. But in Ross, I see them. It's constantly on the shelf, and I just chose not to buy them because I'm not trying to be racist or biased or whatever, or bias or whatever you want to call it. But when I see fragrances like that, most of the time it's for foreigners like Hispanics or overseas people, the guys who play soccer and stuff like that. Like, I can see people like that wearing fragrances like that. Hence the name, FC Barcelona and the Real Madrid. But I've seen those. Most of the stuff, the content that I see, it's in foreign language, and I don't understand foreign language. So, I choose not to watch those videos. So you can't even really find a note breakdown on those fragrances. So I chose to pass on them. Now, Trey Sense said that the Real Madrid in the white bottle is a pretty damn good fragrance. He said it's like a cross between Lamal or Lamel and Spice Bomb. I've never smelled Spice Bomb. I actually had a chance to buy it, but the price at TJ Maxx was like ridiculous, and I didn't pick it up. I do own Lamal, and I think Lamal is actually overpriced and overhyped also, because you can buy Perry Ellis 360 White, which smells damn near identical to it, for about 15, 20 bucks, versus paying 60, 70, 80, 50 for Lamal. I own Lamal, and I think I got it for a decent price, like 40 some odd dollars. It was like the smaller bottle, and it didn't come in a can, it came in a box. But it's not the best smelling fragrance. If I had to buy it all over again, I would buy it. Perry Ellis 360 White can fill that void easily for me. And it lasts also. But I did tell him that I was going to maybe give the Real Madrid a try. just to see and give my opinion. Now, I'm not going to keep buying Dumb Reach scents and have a collection full of Dumb Reaches. I don't want that. Like, it's cool to have, maybe a few, 4 or 5 of them, just, so you won't keep wearing your good stuff. But I could easily wear in the summer and spring maybe something like Nautica Voyage, or because it's inexpensive. What else? Fragrance Obsessions is another guy I like to watch, and I see he just found English Laundry's London, and I, commented and let him know that I wanted to know what he thought about the fragrance, and he actually liked it. He said he liked it. Said he sprayed it when he got in the car, and he said he did like it. I'm interested to see his video to see what he actually thinks after he's given it a wearing, because on me, it didn't last long. I think I might have got like between 3.5 to 4.5 hours of longevity out of it. About an hour and a half projection. It smelled okay. It's not the best smelling Aventus cologne. But it did do its job. So with that being said, I did pause because somebody is in here. I don't know who it is, but okay. Well, I apologize for the pause, guys. I didn't know if it was security or just an employee of the mill coming in. I don't know whether they use the bathroom or what they do, but that's what the pause was for. So nothing to be alarmed about. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video so I can get to this office. I gotta make rounds and pick up trash also. So thank you guys again for subscribing and being loyal subscribers, and making this enjoyable. Thanks for the vote of confidence that keeps me going. You guys are great. Hope you have better luck finding fragrances. I know it's hard out here right now finding decent fragrances. It's super dry out here. And whenever you do find something, let me know what you think. I may have it, or if you want to suggest something to me, keep them coming. I need to start making lists and writing down what you guys keep recommending to me so I can keep my eyes open for them. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace.